morning, it's Hot Seat. My guest is Jeff Dismukes with the Oklahoma State Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. And I've said for many, many years, if there was a Mount Rushmore of folks who are helping Oklahomans understand and have for decades understand about mental health, this guy's face is going to be in there. Terry White, Dr. Krishna, you're in with that group of folks.
Appreciate it.
You've been there a long time. You see, we're better now in terms of attitudes on mental health issues than we have been in the past, right?
Yeah, I think we've made a lot of progress over the years, and I remember times when we were really whispering about these issues, and now we're talking about these issues all the time. We're talking about mental health services, how to find treatment when you're in need. We're talking about substance use issues. It's an important topic, and we've also progressed now with our elected officials have been incredibly supportive of these things over the years, invested in innovative services and more access for all Oklahomans.
I've noticed that as well, and that's partly because of the folks you over at the State Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. All right, one of the things we want to talk about is the holiday blues. This is not the biggest time of year for suicide. The media goes into that, but there are many other things we need to know about besides the holiday blues. There's some real issues that need to be dealt with.
Yeah, absolutely, and we do talk about suicide prevention this time of year.
Can I pop up a screen for you right now? Here's the suicide holiday. What is this about, Jeff?
National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. That is a 24/7 number that you can call when you're in crisis and be able to link to a caring professional right away who can also get you to services here in Oklahoma. Little known fact, those calls that initiate out of Oklahoma are actually answered here by Heartline. The department provides a contract so that those are answered, and we're able to get people to the right services when they need to get there.
I did not know that. So while the people are talking about the holidays, suicide prevention, there are other things that on mental health issues that we should be aware of. What are those?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when we talk around the holidays, everybody usually talks about the holiday blues, and there is something about this time of year. You have time changes, you have the stress of the holidays, where people can experience some temporary depression, anxiety issues. Now there's some things to do to make that better. Number one, set limits. Be okay with having conversations with your family. I have to have these conversations every year with my mother-in-law, and it's important so that we can lower the stress, the expectations over the holidays. You still want to be able to really enjoy the holidays and have a good time. Now sometimes this goes a little too far. Once you go beyond about 2 weeks and that anxiety and that depression's still there, really it's probably time to start reaching out and talking to somebody, get in front of these issues, and it's easier than ever to do that. Within the statewide system, you can call a community mental health center, and you can actually walk in the door, get an assessment linked to those services. But you can also talk to your primary care physician, talk to clergy. The important thing is to start that conversation early and be able to reach out and get help before something becomes much more.
Booze exacerbates these issues?
Yeah, that's a big thing that we see around this time of year. Alcohol use, it's important to be safe, to use alcohol moderately. It just makes the depression and anxiety worse. And it's also, again, very important to know that there is help available if this is a time, and this is a time of year where sometimes people really start thinking about these things. Help's available, reach out. There's people that want to be there for you.
Got about 45 seconds. Sure. I know you've got a lot to be thankful for. We all do. Opportunities coming in the new year with things that are happening in Oklahoma. Yeah,
there are a lot of things happening. So we're moving forward with statewide mobile crisis, moving forward with a statewide call center, one number, 3-digit number that Oklahomans will be able to call when they're in crisis and be able to access services for behavioral health. A lot of things happening right now with innovation. You have the telehealth issues, expansion there, CCBHCs, and that's something that Oklahoma really kind of piloted. There's a bill actually in Congress right now that will continue funding for that, but it's comprehensive care for behavioral health and physical health. Many different things that are happening to get people well.
Thanks for all you do.
Hey, thank you. And by the way, thank you to you, News 9, News 6, for all the coverage that we've had on these issues over the last year. I hope we can continue.
We appreciate you guys very, very much.
Thank you.
See this again at news9.com/share what counts. Follow me on Twitter @MitchellTalks.